name is Casey, and today I'm going to show you the process of sacking out a horse to a saddle pad and the saddle, and the little first steps of putting the weight in the saddle for the first time. Today I have Star, and before this process, your horse is going to already need to be sacked out to lead ropes, stick and string, and other things just so that they're ready for this step. So we're going to assume that this horse has already gone through previous training on groundwork before she's started this step. So first I'm going to start out with the saddle pad. And I chose a floppy one just so that we could get her used to how it's going to flop around when you're putting it on. And so you're just going to make sure she knows what you're doing and wiggle it around and just kind of brush it up against her and just make sure she's okay with this. And you also want to do it to the other side too. And then your next step would be trying to get it on her back. And this could seem a little scarier because you're coming at them with a pad. So just make sure that they know and are used to it flapping around. You can let it sit on there for a little bit and take it off. And once your horse is comfortable with the saddle pad, you can start working on the saddle. Let him smell it. And just be sure they're okay with the noise of the leather and everything that flops around. And I like to flip everything up so that when you initially lay the saddle on their back, everything doesn't come down and hit them. So when you have the saddle pieces secure, you kind of wave it around, kind of lift it up, make sure they're okay with that. Then you want to gently set it on so that nothing's coming hard on their back. Move it around, make sure they're okay with it. Good girl. And gently let the stirrup down on the other side. And for the girth part, we're going to already assume that she's had some sacking out done with a surcingle or a lead rope wrapped around her belly, just so that you don't want this to be the first time that something goes underneath them. But you're always going to be slow and make sure that they're okay with where you're touching them. So you can drop your girth down. Make sure they're okay with their heart girth being touched. Slowly bring it up. So this is going to be done really slowly. Just so that they are okay. Good girl. And this is the point where you can help horses not be girthy by just being really gentle about tightening up the cinch. she seems okay with it, so I'll go ahead and secure it. Still being really slow. Good girl. Alright, and then for your first weight in the saddle, you're going to want to make sure they're okay with the fenders flapping on them. Both sides. Then it's not a surprise to them when your leg touches them. Just make sure they're okay with everything being touched. The saddle moving around. I'll go ahead and tighten it up one last time. And with these longer ropes, you can just put them over the side of them. And for your first steps up, you can just kind of push your weight down into them. And then kind of leave them be. And leave them be. And I'll hold, make sure they're okay. Good girl. And the same thing on the other side. Good girl. Then you'll just continue this process until you're confident that your horse is okay with weight being in the saddle, and you can move on to further steps of breaking out colts.